there, welcome to episode 14 of the AdoreKnit Podcast. I'm your host, Steph, and I'd like to say hi, Mom. So I am recording at my parents' house. I am cat sitting for them, and my mom has recently started watching the podcast, so I'm in your house recording, you're not here. Sometime though, maybe you'd like to be a guest star. So this week I have for you, what do I have for you? I have some finished objects, works in progress, a little bit of new yarn, and possibly a shop update. We'll see when we get there. So it's Sunday, I think it's September 29th. It's been it's always busy, right? We're all busy, that's how it is. And I've actually fallen pretty far behind in my podcast watching, but I did take some time yesterday and catch up and bust out some knitting. So let me show you my finished objects first. I had knit the Birds and Ships cowl, right? And this was my Slay the Stash skein of Hocus Pocus by Hocus Pocus is the colorway. The yarn is by Sunsoap Fibers, and I absolutely, that should maybe be my drinking game word, love the yarn. So I held it double to make a hat to match the cowl and finish up the skein because it was my, hi Blakey, hi, come here, come say hi. Blake and Lily, those are her two cats. So maybe we'll get, oh, and here comes Lily too. Maybe we'll get some guest stars. So I made the cowl. I used just a smidge over half a skein, and so I thought I'd hold the yarn double and finish the skein off making a matching hat. I ran out, but it's okay because I've ordered some black pom-poms because that's what I want to put on this, and then I'm gonna do the tassel on the cowl, and you will see me wearing them soon, I am sure. So I don't remember what I put in there. That looks like pewter, Miss Babs pewter, which is my favorite gray thus far in the world. Yeah, so I followed the Barley hat pattern for like stitches and stitch count and when to decrease. I followed her decreases on the top. When I cast on the hat, I purposely made my ribbing flow into the stitch pattern of the Birds and Ships motif, and yeah, I put them opposite each other. So I was thinking I could wear it offset on one side and then diagonal in the back, or there's really no front or back with this. I mean, I could even make it go across my head. So yeah, with the yarn held double, the black and mustard blips in this yarn show up a whole heck of a lot more, and so I like it. It makes it even more smiley happy for me, and there is a little bit of stellina in this as well. So that's off my needles. I finished the skein in time for Slay the Stash. I think I've done all I need to do for that, so yay. And for my pigskin party knit along, which I'm doing with the Cellar Studios group, our team color is purple and yellow, so extra points for that, so yay. The next thing, it's September, or it's the last couple days of September, and I finished my Baubles and Bazours socks. These were designed by Nitty Natty. There we go. I got it. It's in there. I just had to pull it up. The yarn is my Desert Vista Dyeworks. It's not mine, but it's Desert Vista Dyeworks in the Vizio base. The colorway is dark crystal, as in the Jim Henson show, which I've never seen, but I like the colors. And this sock was a challenge for me, right? So I waited until the 5th to cast on so it could count towards the pigskin party. I decided to do a pattern sock, which I love the foot of the sock. Totally would do that again. But once I got into the leg, it was a little challenging, and I like my DVD socks to be just go socks. Like, I don't have to think about it. I can't tell you the number of times, like more than 10, that I would be knitting and then I'd realize the color had changed, because you do things based on the color change in this pattern, which is cool, but you have to be watching your color changes. And I actually did something where I would move my beginning of the round marker so to make it just a little easier for me. So whenever there was a color change, put it there. And I kept doing that. So it was frustrating. Like I probably knit 3/4 of a skein rather than half a skein. And then I got on a roll and I made the first one really long, like a lot longer than I normally make socks. So the second one had to be that long as well. When I put the socks on, because of the slip stitches, yeah, because of the slip stitches in the pattern, the leg is a little snug. So I can get them on, but getting them over my arch is a bit of a like tug here, pull there. And once they're on, I'm sorry, baby, come sit with me. Well, once they're on, they're perfectly fine. They fit great. You know, because sometimes I've had socks that are hard to get on, specifically color work socks, that they're tight to get on, and then once you get on, they're kind of uncomfortable across the instep of your foot. These are not that. They're fine. Once I get them on, they're fine in my leg. They're not too tight. I did my normal, what do I normally do for a bind off? Knit one, pass it over. I would call that like the most basic traditional bind off that I can think of. So so nice and stretchy, works for me. So they are very pretty. I haven't weighed them to know how much of the skeins I used, but it was quite a bit. So, and I only did a little bit of color management around the heel for the heel flap. And they turned out slightly different around the heel, but otherwise, yeah. Oh, my heel's shifted, that's why. Sorry. They turned out pretty close to matching. So I'm pleased. I'm pleased. I'm pleased. So there's that. I did knit these on size 0s. That's my go-to needle size. I told you the pattern name. Yeah. I think that's it. How about that? So it's going to be a short show here. All right, next. I'm going to finish this up today too. So, and then my needles will be free and clear to cast on a gnome-related item. I haven't done that yet. No, yeah. Sorry. I just got stuck thinking about the details of the knit along. I'm making sure I meet all the criteria, and I will. So this pattern is called, and if you're unfamiliar with the Pigskin Party knit along, it's a big group of people that knit projects for imaginary points, and then they convert those points to maybe possibly winning prizes. So I am a sponsor. The AdoreKnit group or shop is a sponsor, so I decided to participate this year. So I'm knitting the Twig beanie to match up for the woodsy themed requirement. So I looked at this, and I'm actually looking at it now next to the hat thinking, oh, those are pretty similar. Like the way the diagonal lines are achieved are different, the stitches, but they look similar in the end result, at least to my eye, they do. So this is what I have so far. I am using size 8 needles, so it'll go really fast, because I knew I needed to finish the socks and the hat first before I could cast this on. So this has kind of been waiting with a little bit of brim. And I knit almost all of this. Well, I knit all of that yesterday. So it was a good knitting day yesterday. I watched Mary Queen of Scots. It was kind of sad. And then I finished up The Favorite. I was in a royal mood, and The Favorite was extra sad. The first half had me in stitches at points, and the second half was like, So I'm not sure I'd recommend either of those movies. Definitely not if you're feeling sad. They'll just make you feel more sad. So 2 strands of pewter, which is a Miss Babs colorway, and I don't know how well you're gonna see the V's in the columns, but I'll try. So there is, oh, here comes Mr. Blake. Come here, Blake. Come here, baby. He's not allowed on the tables for sure. So he's just like, oh, I snuck on. So yeah, that's what I have left of the lighter, which is probably not pewter. I don't know what that gray is called, but this is pewter. And I'm holding the 2 strands double to knit with size 8 needles, so it's a worsted weight. It's so squishy, and it's going to be a hat for my husband who's recently bald, shorn. So this should keep him nice and warm, and it's not at all scratchy. I'm at the point where I should be doing, it's a free pattern. I'm at the point where I should be doing decreases according to the length of it, but in terms of the stitch repeats, I need to do 1 more pattern repeat. I'm on the fence. I think I'm just gonna do the decreases and see, because he doesn't have fluffy hair anymore. And even though he has a rather wide head, although wearing this, it'll stretch it out and make it shorter. Maybe I should just go for it. I just want it to have a beanie fit. I don't want it to be a slouchy fit, because he is not a slouchy guy. So, and he has no idea, none whatsoever, what I'm doing. So it'd be nice to finish this off probably today, and then weave in my ends and hand it over to him so he can stay warm. Because right now he's been wearing I think they're called driver hats, a wool driver, because it's cold in the mornings. 45 degrees with no hair and you're not used to it is cold. So he can slip this on and he'll be toasty warm. So love that yarn. What else can I tell you about it? Told you the pattern. I think that's it. Excuse me. Okay, so moving on to new acquisitions. So because this is all the Pigskin Party related. I don't need any more Fibernymph yarn, but who can resist a coupon code? So I went over and got the Birds of Play, which is the exclusive 5-stripe colorway that she dyed for the Pigskin Party. 100% superwash, 220 yards. And I got it in her cozy base, which is, I believe, a worsted. Yes, it says worsted on it. So this is going to be a hat for me because I love it. Maybe a cowl. I don't know, something with a bigger circumference. That's why I didn't get fingering weight, because I'm getting my self-striping fingering weight sock knitting satisfied by DVD these days. So I got this one. It happened. And then I looked around and she had some kits that were on sale. I'm not gonna open this. So this is the Tecumseh? I'm not sure. But it's a cowl pattern. It's very pretty, but I didn't buy it for the cowl, to be honest. I'm just gonna do that there. I bought it for this gradient skein of yarn, which is beautiful. The yarn is Bonafide, which is 100% superwash DK and 230 yards. It's gorgeous. Wouldn't that make a nice, I don't know, something around my neck? Cowl, right? Because pink's okay on me. So there's that. And bonus, I got a shawl pattern out of it, which, oh, it's a cowl. Maybe I'll make it. Maybe I'll make it because it does look really pretty. And lastly, I got another kit. So this one was the Kermea cowl set. And again, I didn't buy it to knit the cowl. Like, I'm happy to have the pattern, which is that right there. I don't want to give away any of the secrets. But I loved the speckles in this skein, and it had to come home with me. So this is also in the Bonafide base, and then here's a gray skein of it. So 3 skeins of DK weight, one's gradient, and then a worsted weight. New yarn, exciting, feeling motivated. So once that hat is done, my needles are free and I can cast on any little thing my heart desires. Plus the first of the month is coming up, so I'll have to pick out a new DVD skein of yarn. Maybe I'll put something in here of how I'm gonna pick it. Okay, let's pick the next one. This is my DVD yarn bag. I took this skein out because I've already knit a pair of socks in it and I don't want to do that again. But I'm gonna close my eyes, shuffle it all up. Oh, another pastel. What if I don't want to do another pastel right away? Let's see what second choice will be. Or second pick. Christmas socks for Mom. Blue Christmas. I'd rather do these. I'm gonna do those. So almost random. All right, there, I'm ready to go. So there's that. I can't even knit on my hat while I talk to you because it requires a little bit of paying attention. So I guess I'm just gonna tell you that it's been a good couple weeks. I hope you've had a good couple weeks. Fall is in full swing around here. We only had one soccer game this weekend, so that was fun, but the weather was gorgeous. So I took a little bit of video of Mr. T acting crazy. And if there's gonna be a shop update, I will put that in right here. So this is Big Blake. Mom's cats are a little chubby, to say the least. He, he's getting some love. Anyways, okay. So I had mentioned before that each month I'm going to do a prize drawing for the shop for a $10 gift certificate for posts on Instagram that show your stitch markers or progress keepers, and they're tagged with AdoreKnit, hashtag AdoreKnit. So this month we had 41 entries, woo-hoo. So random number generated, number 34, which is Laura Lit 4. So Laura Lit was showing off her Firefly companion stitch marker. So that made me smile to see that, and the gutter stitch project that she was working on was just so pretty. So there you go, that's the prize drawing. So if you'd like a chance to win, tag your stuff up on Instagram. It's only an Instagram contest. I don't want to have to coordinate multiple locations and multiple things. I thought this was just a simple, easy way. So there's that. I think that's it. My hands feel really empty and odd. I've been working super hard on the Christmas calendar, the Advent calendars. I underestimated the amount of work that would go into these. I'm not sure we will ever do them again. Or if we do, it'll be seriously reevaluated. So Steve is doing a lot more than he normally would to help out with that. So, and I did want to say thank you for the comments. I am working on him so hard to get him, because he does record for LibriVox, and he has a wonderful voice, and he's my husband, and I love him. I think he's cute. So I would like him to record a podcast with me. He's not quite there yet in a good headspace, and I have a feeling I'm gonna have to give him a gin and tonic before I can get him to do it, and it's gonna have to be on a Friday night or something, and I'm much better in the morning than at the end of the day, so we'll see if I can make this happen. I'm tempted to just shove a camera in his face and be like, tell me about this thing I'm knitting. So you may get some of that too. We'll see. Anyways, my goal is to have both of us on this podcast, but he's a little reluctant to join in. So I have two cats, one there, and they're both grooming the heck out of their tummies right now. So I'm gonna go give them some snuggles, and yeah, I think that's it. So have a great 10 days or so until I see you again.
What's your favorite team? In football? Yeah. Patriots.
What's your favorite color?
Red. Why'd you like red? Well, like fighting blood.
What's your favorite special?
Music. I mean, gym. Yeah, you're active.
Who's your best friend?
I don't know, and Jack went for the same rate, and With time. What do you like to do during the weekends? This is the weekends. Yeah, but what do you like to do? Watch TV. Anything else you would like to share? No. If you want to ask any more questions. How do you feel about the game? Good. What number are you? 100. Nice. What team do you play for? Fishes. They're a good team? He always does. To the All-Star, Tristan's mom.
Hello.
Hi. What do you like about your son in soccer?
He has lots of energy and he's very fast.
Does he have a favorite position?
I don't think so yet. Maybe defense.
Okay.
We have 2 chairs.
To the All-Star, walking to his game. There's a bunch of games going on here.
Down here on Field C.
Here's his mother walking with us. Can you take this?
Yes,
I think I already showed you her.
The mash. It was a graveyard smash. It got on in a flash. I was walking in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie